now that I got a plasma table running, well, I've been building some stuff for people and been making a bunch of stuff for myself, and came across some files for like a knockoff Mega Square from Fireball, and then I ended up making up this myself. Just a big 90. It's just nice having something that you can actually throw a clamp on and use. I don't really have like a whole system for my table yet, so I'm just kind of putting some 5/8 holes and stuff and just kind of rolling with it right now. I still think that'll be a project for the my fab table at some point. I need to go and get some tooling for that yet, but so I've been kind of just farting around with this stuff, and figured I'd really like a couple of these, but just smaller and maybe a little bit narrower even. So this one's great. I do a lot of 2x2 tubing, and these are a little over like 3.5 inch wide, which is awesome. So I'm gonna take you through a process of showing you what I do and how I kind of model up something like this and go from there. I'm also just learning how to get stuff cut, so you know, you're kind of along for the ride with me too. So yeah, well, let's see. I got a little bit more metal on the table here, see if I can't kind of use up some of these dead spaces, and yeah, cool. All right, well, let's get something made up here. So I would show you, I don't have my internet hooked up on this PC out here yet, but last night I was looking around. I went on a couple different websites and found on GrabCAD just a super generic, like basically fake Mega Square. And so I took what he had and I kind of altered to what I wanted, and just kind of took all those pieces, altered them how I wanted, and kind of went from there. So I'm going to use what I already have done, and I'm just going to take one of these here and make just a smaller square out of this. I think I'm going to actually even downsize this and make it have just one set of holes to it. I like the big ones. They're nice, but a couple smaller ones would be kind of cool too. So yeah, let's go from there. I'm just learning how to make stuff for this table, so like all this like tab and slot stuff is like kind of foreign to me. Like I'm coming from a world where like NC machines make most of the stuff that I draw, and like screw and dial stuff together. So it's kind of weird working in like a 2D space again. All right, so I'm gonna start up a new session here, get something loaded, just so I might as well snag what I can, right? I mean, there's no sense in redoing a bunch of stuff that you've already done. So, the one thing I can say is working just on an XY plane, it seems to be what makes the table happy and makes like my SheetCam happy. So I work basically just flat to the world here, even though I probably will end up designing this out in space. So right now, let's just hide all this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna take this assembly, put it in here. I'm gonna go in and hide some of these parts right now, because chances are I'm gonna be ditching some of them altogether. So what I want to do is I want to just take and just use a little bit of this. So let's get this cut and kind of dealt with a little bit. And this isn't going to be a tutorial on using the software that I'm familiar with, so good luck. If you follow along, good for you. If not, I guess maybe let me know. Maybe there's some reason for me to want to do some of these tutorials on Cimatron. It's not out there very much. It's like a mold maker software for the most part, so it's kind of an oddball one, but it works out. I will say it's weird. So at work, I have some, you know, nice big like 24-inch monitors, and I got 2 of them. It's pretty nice setup. Working on this little tiny computer is kind of sad, but it gets me by. And the other weird thing that I have to do, because it's just muscle memory, is I draw everything in metric, even though I turn it all back into English. So like all these numbers are just metric numbers that I turn back to English. So yay for metric being better than English. Yeah, let me hear about that in the comment section, but it's better in every way, shape, and form. Yeah, I think I like having the foot down there too. That'll be nice. Yeah, because that way if I want to butt this up into a corner, it'll be nice.
Editing Becca here. This whole clip is like over an hour long of him in CAD, so I didn't want to put that all in the video, so I sped this up a lot. But if you have any interest in seeing a full in-depth CAD video from Nick, just leave a comment and let us know below. And since CAD is Nick's full-time day job, he does have a lot of experience in this area. So yeah, if you want to see more videos on that, if anyone's interested in learning more, let us know. The program he uses at work is called Cimatron, but this could translate to a lot of other programs as well.
All right, well, now you're gonna have to live with the heater, but so am I. So it's like you're in the shop with me. Isn't it nice, guys? It's like we're working together. I am slowly but surely gonna get this whole barn insulated the second I quit taking a whole bunch of extra side work. Who's heard that before? Very nice. Yeah, that'll be good. Still got room to weld. And this will be a nice little square. Alright, well, now that I've done all that, we can ditch all this other stuff, because none of those fit no more. But now I'm gonna go ahead, and I do know that at least now I have like a model in 3D space that's good. I'm gonna take it and move it around so that I have a model in 2D space. And basically I'm gonna get all these flat planes put on one flat surface. And then I can make a DXF file to cut this. Alright, so now I'm gonna take this, just grab all my lines, and we're gonna export that. sure this gets saved in small square. I'm gonna go small main plate. I come into here, open up a new file. This is where I am for sure using this all incorrectly. Mostly because this is the new software for me. So I am definitely just kind of shooting in the dark. I'm gonna make sure I give this thing some references. So this is actually set up right now for like some sheet metal that I was cutting earlier, but in the lack of being lazy, I know that if I just turn this inch per minute cut feed rate down, I can get a pretty nice clean cut with minimal dross. So I let it roll, and I'll come back and fix that later. I do know better than to let that cut at like a critical feature, so I'm gonna move those. Everything else looks correct. I got holes to the inside, and outline is the outline. Cool. I'm gonna put that through the post-processor, save that in a file spot that I grab all my cut files from. Cool, good to go. I'm gonna come into fire control, load that up, look for small main plate, gonna run that. Now on the table, hello, I did not turn the table on. Alright, so now this is where we go from the CAD side back to the table side. So I got some stock over here I want to use up. Oh, way too zoomed in. So now I'm back on my table here. I have some stock I'd like to use. I'm going to bump this down because I don't know how to nest things well yet. But I know how to put it here and then basically run like a dry run of this. So here, and let's do a dry run now. Nope, I can already tell you this ain't gonna work. Bummer. Because I'm cheap, because I'm not getting paid for these, I want to make sure that I'm not wasting a bunch of material. Well, that's awful cool. What's now? And I didn't even turn the feed rate down. Just like that, we have a part that I just drew in reality. Now watch the other steps that you have to do. Alright, so now that you've done this, you have to come over to your table, get a wire wheel, make sure it's plugged in, and take all the dross off the back because I didn't turn it to the right feed rate. And that knocks off all the dross from this, and we can go back and cut some of the other pieces. And what I've been doing is I've been cutting my main section and then cutting another piece and seeing how these fit, and then when I inevitably screw up on the actual width here, I just change it. And the other thing, holes are never quite perfect on a plasma cutter, but I don't really have a use for the holes right now, so I just have been drilling them with a 5/8 drill and leaving it at that. But to be honest, even then, like, for these little ones, I don't even think I'm going to worry about it, because I don't think I'm going to use them for really anything. They're more so just for decoration. So, yeah. All right, let's go cut another piece. All right, well, now it's draw some boxes around all your objects. Make sure they're all on the same plane. And we'll put them into our SheetCam software and go from there. Then I import it again. Boom, backplate. That's what I want. Yup. Nice. Then I put in all this same stuff. And again, I literally just showed you that I screwed this up on there. And I'm still going to keep it at 100 because I want to keep it as consistent as I can. And inevitably, I will do this again and probably cut it at the wrong pace again, or the wrong feed rate, actually. I've also been just arbitrarily putting these in not weird areas.
What he means by this is we have a 0.15 arc lead-in, and you want your lead-ins to be somewhere that isn't going to mess up anything crucial in your design.
Run that post-processor. It's going into my cut area. Cool. Now I'm gonna come in here, bring that in from 850, nice. And now we go back over to the table. And hot. I need to come up with a better way to hold on to things. Ow. The slots are a little bit too wide, which is an easy fix, because I'm just going to grind them up a little bit and make them fit. Let's go cut the next one and pull some size off of there. It is a nice tight fit. It's a little bit too zoomed in. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely nice and tight. It slips on there pretty good. So let's see about how the fit is on this. Now that I've theoretically dialed in this slot a little bit, all right, so let's see this fit. Come on, fit. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Only a small amount of hammering now. Much better. So now we almost have like a full actual thing now.
So here is a better look at the final product. So yeah, we really love our new plasma table. It's been a couple weeks since we officially got it set up and running now, and I think we're kind of getting it figured out. Nick figured out how to get his CAD drawings to go into the software to cut, and me, I do drawings on my iPad, and I figured out how to turn those into CAD files that we can cut. So we've been doing all kinds of fun signs and have a ton of other things in the works too. So if you're interested in seeing any more, make sure you subscribe and let us know in the comments what you want to see. Thanks for watching.